Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at Etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Inno Roof Rack system here on our 2015 Toyota 4Runner. It has the Inno Aero Crossbars as well as the Inno Aero through feet. So some reasons you might be interested in a roof rack is if you want to carry around different accessories like a bike rack, a kayak, or even extra cargo. Now, you would need some crossbars on your Forerunner, even if you already have factory crossbars. Since those sit super low to your roof, you might need more clearance. That's where these aftermarket roof rack crossbars come in handy. So there's different types, more overhang, less overhang, different types of looks. So let's see if this Inno Aero roof rack system with the through feet is the right fit for you. Something special about the Inno roof racks though is how sleek they are. If you like this kind of look, especially with the nice silver accents on the end, this might be the right fit for you with how nice it looks on our Forerunner. Now this is the version that has overhang, which is the through feet towers. If you want something that looks a bit more factory, even though it has less overhang, maybe check out the Inno Aero flush feet towers. I did a review of that too on this Forerunner, so you can mix and match and see which is the right fit for you. So when we got this Forerunner, it had factory crossbars already in there, so you could carry around cargo. The issue was though, they stood right where your rails were, so you had barely an inch of space underneath the crossbars. That was an issue because I couldn't put on our different accessories like kayak carriers or things with larger clamps. That's where this came in handy, since it got a little bit more clearance plus a little bit more overhang. So let's talk about weight capacity. This has a weight capacity of 165 pounds, which is pretty impressive. Now you still have to be mindful of your actual roof weight capacity. So calculate how much your roof rack weighs, how much your accessory weighs, and how much your cargo weighs, and make sure it doesn't exceed your actual roof weight capacity. Now let's talk about dimensions. Especially compared to your factory crossbars, these give a lot more clearance, so we'll see exactly how much. Measuring from our roof to the bottom of our crossbar, it sits at about, I'd like to say, 3 1/4 inches of roof clearance. Now the height it adds to the top of your roof is about 4 3/8 inches of additional height. Now let's talk about overhang. So some kayak carriers require a certain amount of overhang. Some just like that it sits a little bit further out and you have more crossbar space to work with. So overhang is measured from the edge of the tower to the end of the crossbar. So we have about 3 1/2 inches of overhang before that end cap. Now if you take off the end cap, you'll notice how we have an opening in the center, and that's going to be great for your T-track mounted accessories. You just push this down and then feed the accessory through. I highly recommend getting accessories that use that mounting system compared to clamps, just because with those you'll be able to maximize your bar space and you're not limited by where the tower is sitting. So my final thoughts about the Inno roof rack system here on our Forerunner is the first off, it actually looks really good. Inno is kind of a hit or miss with some vehicles depending on how they look, but it's really nice to see that they look really good on the Forerunner. Another thing that is a good thing about it is how much bar space we have. We are able to carry around more accessories because of that through feet design. You might even be interested in carrying longer crossbars, but if you want something that has a more sleek look compared to this, check out the Inno flush feet for the Forerunner. All in all, this does a great job of allowing you to carry more things on your roof, giving you extra clearance on top of your roof, and have a pretty good weight capacity. So the install process is very simple if you have an Inno roof rack system. All you need are 1, 2, 3, 4 towers as well as your 2 crossbars. Now, you just have to make sure you get the right towers on the right crossbars facing the right way. That's probably the most difficult part. So first thing to look at is to make sure that since it is an aero bar, that you have the taller portion facing your vehicle, and then you have the tapered portion facing away from your vehicle. That will help you determine which side is right and which side is left. So we flipped our crossbar over, and you can see how we have kind of this tray on one side, right over there. And we want to move that tray towards the inside of our crossbar. So just slide it through. It's gonna stop itself, so push down that stop and continue sliding it through until that tray is in this open gap. Then you're gonna grab your tower, and notice how you kind of have those cleats on the inside of your tower. That's gonna go into your tray. So just flip that tower over, put that over the tray, kind of like that, and then slide it through. Do the exact same thing on all 4 crossbars, and it is nice to know that you don't really need to be tightening everything down. The process is automatic. If you have it in place, it's gonna slide. If you got it wrong, it won't slide. So now that we have all 4 towers on our crossbars, we can then place it onto our roof. So just kind of get them onto your rails. Don't worry about the strap just yet until you have both sides on your rails. This strap goes around your rails, then up into this notch in the towers, and then if you do not have enough slack, you can loosen it with this lever, but once you have it engaged, you then tighten it down with this lever. Now you have to make sure that all 4 of your towers are tightened down, then you put that lever down, and you can put the end caps first. I like to put the end caps on our crossbar first. Make sure you have the right ones and the left ones in the right places. Do all 4. The final step is to put the end caps on the towers. Don't forget to lock them. They will very easily come off if they're unlocked. But once you put all 4 towers end caps on, that's it for the install. And that was a look here at our Inno Roof Rack system with our Inno Aero Crossbars and our through feet here on our 2015 Toyota 4Runner.